Hi everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we're back again on another beautiful Warp Tuesday here in Ohio. And what are we going to talk about here on this Warp Tuesday? You know, today is the day where we do a deep dive into all the Trek news that is news fit for me to talk about here on this, fine Tuesday. Uh, and really, I can only think of a few things that come to mind. First off, very excited because this upcoming weekend I have finally made time in my schedule to. Why is the Enterprise flying right in my face? Anyway, make it up to the meeting of the USS Uhura, which is our local chapter of the International Federation of Trekkers, right? So we try to meet once a month to come up with some ideas that we can, things that we can do to kind of help out our local area, either through, raising money at cons or, lots of other things that they've put together. I'm saying we, but it's all they. I've only been able to attend like 2 or 3 of the meetings. So I'm very excited to finally get to one of the meetings. And when I was up there over the weekend, I happened to see it looked like there was a large shipment of Star Trek books that they got in. And you guys know that's like that is my weakness. I wanted to sit down right then and there and be like, please let me sort through these boxes of books. But I didn't. I was very busy at the time, so we had to keep moving along. But I'm hoping when I go back on Sunday, maybe some more books on the shelf. Last time that I was up there shopping, I found 25 more. That's going to drive me out of my mind. I found 25 more new books to add to the collection, and a lot of great TNG ones, and just a fine haul. And when I was there over the weekend, I must have saw 5, 6 boxes full of books. So very excited to see what's going to happen there. Lots of new books to sort, go through, and that's kind of one of my favorite things to do. Get my spreadsheet out and just go through a big wall of books and be like, need this one, need this one, need this one, need this one. And then I come home with this big box of books and I look over at my shelf and I'm like, oh, what have I done? I don't know where I'm going to put these. So anyway, we've talked about that before. That's the shelf, and it's full. I mean, there's not a space for a single other book to go there right now at the moment. So we've got to make some moves there for sure, and we'll be doing some things there. Now, so that's one piece of news I guess we could talk about here today. But what else? What else could have possibly went on here? All right, okay. Anyway, anyone who's been following along here, and God bless all of you who have been following along here, my goodness, anyone that sits and listens to me rant about Star Trek for 20 minutes deserves all the credit and a prize and all that great stuff. So I thank all of you for being here and listening. But I had the most incredible weekend. For me, looking back on it now, it was almost as if I was a child and I was able to be sent away to space camp. It was such a joy for me, right? And of course, what I'm speaking of is over the weekend, the Neutral Zone Studios. They used to be based in Kingsland, Georgia. They relocated to Sandusky, Ohio, which is my backyard. Over the weekend, they filmed their first 2 fan films there on location in Sandusky, and I am happy to report that I was a part of the production, And I definitely am not going to go into any detail as far as what the movies were, what they were about, or anything like that. We'll let that all play out. I did... Just for me, I guess, it was such an experience, right? I have never done anything like this whatsoever. So no I mean, this YouTube channel is like the full extent of anything on camera, in front or behind the camera, since the days of middle school drama club, probably. So this for me was just such a fun experience, and I got to tell you, they have a very, very, very magical thing going on up there in Sandusky in the Neutral Zone Studios, and it's only just begun. Uh, so the owner, the kind of the head honcho there, Mr. Ray Tessie, wonderful guy. I met with him a couple weeks ago, and he kind of gave me a short, brief tour of it, and then got to know him a lot more over the weekend. And he has got something very special there, right? And it is the scope of the project is incredible. And I want you to kind of think of this too, because they had a fully functional set down there in Kingsland, right? Everything perfectly set up, but the building they had, I think, was just not, it was not what they needed. It was kind of falling apart, or issues with heating, plumbing, that kind of stuff. No AC. So, not a good place to obviously have a Star Trek movie set. So, they found this wonderful location here in the mall, but imagine having to disassemble and then reassemble these sets. So that's where I kind of came upon them, was when they were, right in the midst of doing that. And what they have completed so far, which is just a small portion of the sets, is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, if you want to get a kind of a better idea of what everything that they have kind of coming in the future would be, I encourage you to go back and watch the past fan films that were produced there in Kingsland, and then you can actually get an idea of the future that's to come. Now, for me, over the weekend, it was an amazing experience. Again, just amazing. To be on set, to be on set while things were being filmed, to kind of see exactly how it's done, the process of the director, to be able to just lend a hand, right? To be there, when someone says we need lights over here, we need to do this. Just being there in the background was such a thrill for me. It was, and I was talking to my wife about it too, and it really felt like I was in some sort of time dilation portal, right? Where so we were on set each day, Saturday and Sunday at 8. And I never did this before. I didn't know, would it be like a 8 to 5 kind of deal? Would we be going, I don't know. I had no idea. So I didn't really know what to tell the wife and family what we'd be doing. And we were there all day. I was there up until, the first night, maybe 10:30 at night. And it felt like it went by like that. But then when the whole weekend was over, and I looked back at it, it felt like I spent a whole week up there, And basically I'm hooked, I'm fully and completely hooked. And any other production that is up there, I will find a way to be a part of it some way or another. Now, I'm not... I will say I possibly have a line in one of these movies, just depending on how things work out, right? And, I'm not an actor, so I probably won't be very good. But just to be there, to get into costume, to be able to say things like, no, hang on a second, honey, I have to go get on set. Or, we've got a set call for 8 o'clock tomorrow. Or I was texting my wife, honey, I'm texting you from the green room currently, getting ready to go and get in costume on set, right? So just all these things were incredible to me, and just so fun. And man, I don't know. I don't have any other way to really describe it. So let's stop saying how great it was, and let's move on to the other part, the people. Oh, the people. I felt like I was, I was with people so many people that were like me, that were just so very much in love with Star Trek, that they were willing to make this, this investment, this trip. And what it was amazing to me. Now, I am incredibly lucky. This place is 35 minutes away from me. There were people coming in from all corners of the country: Orlando, Boston, um, Iowa, I believe. I want to say there's a couple out of California, possibly Texas, I'm sure, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois. Literally, from all across the country, a group of maybe 20 to 25 of us came together to either be extras in the cast, be main cast members, or just to help out, help out behind the scenes. And there was a lot of folks that were just there and just happy to be there just to lend a hand. Um, and I'm not going to name any names at this point, really, because I don't want to, kind of talk about anything on the production yet. But just suffice it to say, I feel that I did make like a lot of friends there that kind of feel like our friends for life almost, right? That when we go back to do another production up there in Sandusky, that they're going to be there, right? And it's just going to be like this freaking reunion hopefully every few months, hopefully every few months. That would be amazing. Where I could go up there, spend an amazing weekend, and make more amazing friends, make some amazing movies, and and it's also fun just to learn and see how these things are made, right? And like I said before, now like I feel like I'm totally bitten by this fan film bug, right? It was it was a joy. And I mean, I will be honest with you guys, I am a very socially awkward kind of person, right? I very much struggle with a group of people. I mean, hell, even like a group of my own friends, like that can be like a little bit too much at sometimes, right? So it's hard, a group of people. And this was a group of 20 some strangers, and man, I just felt good and I felt at home. And while still I was my socially kind of distant self, I did feel that I was able to kind of open up a little bit, and I was kind of proud of myself for being able to maybe get out of my own little box, talk to people a little bit more. Looking back, I'd wish that I had made more connections, right? I should have gave my email to some more people because I feel like I missed out on some pictures I could have got that would have been great. But, that these are still things that can be worked out down the road, possibly. So, definitely feel like I made a whole lot of new friends there, and very much looking forward to just following along with now how these projects are going to proceed from here, right? I get to kind of now see, well, not right on hand because I'm not part of it, but it'll just be interesting to see how what I saw being filmed, how that goes to being an actual film that they post, right? So we'll see how that all works out. But I am just, I don't know. Again, I am. I told the script writer, an amazing lady, her name is Ruth, that on Saturday night when I went home, I fell asleep with a smile on my face, like literally, just like the Joker. Like I had the Joker gas, right, and I could not stop smiling. So, man, it was awesome. So anyway, suffice it to say, I had probably one of the greatest weekends of my life. Cannot wait to go back and experience it again. And will definitely be a full supporter of anything that comes out of the Neutral Zone Studios. Until I can no longer walk, I guess. Until I don't know. And then just freaking wheel me up there, right? Because I don't care. Like, man, I'm on board. And I am. It's so exciting to be on board at the beginning of something new as well. This was the first films in the new location, the first scenes filmed on the bridge in the new location, and it was just amazing to be a part of that. And just thinking back on it, it was, it's something that I'm never gonna forget, and something that I want to build on, and I just want to make this kind of, something that I do, and I'm definitely I got to get my friend into this too. And my friend, you know who you are. You are coming to this next one. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna get a walk-on role. We're gonna get extra. It doesn't matter what we're gonna do. We'll get freaking. We're gonna do something, and it's gonna be amazing. And I encourage anyone else who's watching this video, follow the Neutral Zone Studios, see what they're doing. When they have another project coming up, support them. Become a part of the cast or crew, and have an amazing experience. Now, we're not going to leave you with just that. We do have a few pictures that I am going to share with you all. Now, of course, in a movie production, you don't want to share any behind the scenes photos, right? We're going to keep all that a secret, top secret, top secret. But I do have a couple little selfies that I was taking myself, here and there. So let's have a look. First off, we start real simple here, right? Here's me very excited to be pointing at a panel of buttons in a corridor. Right? That's just the beginning. So, buttons in a corridor, big smile. Uh-oh, look at this. You see that location right there, everybody? That's me. I'm on the bridge. And that is the engineering station right there that I am cheesing at, checking out. And as you can see behind me, we're kind of still there, we're working on things there, I say it's fun because I say we, because I was there, I was helping. I was working on the bridge of the Enterprise, literally. Anyway, so that's just me, and as you can see back there, I was gonna touch the screen like you all could see me touching the screen. Anyway, no, the handle, they haven't put the handle on yet. Let's see if that gets on there later. In another room, here I am having a peek into this thing, which I'm sure has a technical name, but I don't know it at this time. Anyway, look at those buttons and switches. They got me in costume. Oh, man. So, this red shirt fit very well. Now, I know you're saying red shirt, oh man, you're gonna die. No, I'm an engineering officer. As you can see, I'm hanging out in the corridor here, doing well. This is that thing that I was looking at. This is me not in costume, just looking very cool, right? Look how cool I look in front of this Star Trek thing. So cool. All right, now here, this is it. This is the big one. This is it. Hold on. You don't even need to see me right now. You just hang on there, real Josh. We're going back to past Josh here. We're over here. Hang on. Hello. Okay, so here we are. We're on the bridge. This is directly prior to shooting a scene on the bridge where I got to sit there and be Mr. Engineering Officer Man. As you can see, I was studying the buttons. I wanted to take my job very seriously. But these two pictures, which were taken by an awesome guy, his name was Dan. I would like to say one of my new wonderful Star Trek friends, Dan, took this picture and this picture for me here, among some other nice ones, which, honestly, looking at it, it's probably the coolest I've ever looked or felt in my life. Like, look at me. That's me. I'm on the Enterprise. Look at my boots. I want to thank Jeannie, who had a perfect pair of boots that she let me borrow. I've got the lovely TOS pants. Man, it felt so good to be in full costume, to be on the bridge of the Enterprise. These panels were lighting up. They were blinking. They were looking good. The rest of the bridge was staffed with bridge crew ready to, come to attention for our new captain. this was so exciting. This was the first, the first thing that they were doing here on this new bridge, and I got to be a part of it. And that's amazing to me. That is just flipping amazing to me. So, again, support the Neutral Zone Studios. What they do, what they're going to do in the future there is just going to be, it's going to be mind-blowing. So, continue to support them as always. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a hell of a Warp Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday Trek Comic Collective. We've got actually, can I give you a sneak peek? Sneak peek. Look at this. Star Trek Klingons. Dude, this is in Klingon. A gift from a good friend. Other sneak peek. We are going back to the TNG numbered series. We're going to finish that bad boy out, right? We got it, you don't want to leave something unfinished. So, anyway, here we go. We're done for the night. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.